Welcome to The Path, a video and podcast series about how successful entrepreneurs navigate the world of venture capital to scale rapidly. I'm excited to welcome Andrew McLeod, founder and C3O of Certn, a leader in human risk intelligence solutions. Organizations around the world are looking to Certn as a solution for fast and reliable and compliant background screening solutions, all for what Certn has dubbed as accelerating the global trust economy. So come with me on this path because we're going to learn a lot about what the trust economy is and the journey that Andrew's taken. Andrew, I'm going to talk about the fun and warm and fuzzy side of fundraising. So tell me, how did you start up and where'd you get the cash from, and then just kind of that journey moving forwards?
That's a really great question. So the original capital came from myself and my two partners. We were not eating very well for quite some time, and we managed to actually prove the concept by getting those customers early. So I built an Envision mock and started going to customers and saying, hey, if we can build this, will you pay us for it? And that's when we started considering fundraising. So the first step is always friends and family. And as I like to say, if you can't go to your parents or your friends and ask them for money, then your business probably isn't ready. You haven't proven the concept yet. Funny enough, our first round of financing, part of it came from actually losing a bet. I was living in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I had some friends here in Victoria. And I used to come to Victoria all the time for surfing, better weather, really great city. For those of you that haven't been here, it is the best city in Canada, in my opinion. And they said, well, why don't you just move to Victoria? And I said, well, there's no talent, no money in Victoria. And this friend of mine said, want to bet? And within days, less than a day, I found my 4 technical co-founders. So Will, Curtis, Chris, and Dan, who are some of my best friends, were living right here in Victoria. They connected us on the talent side. And then we ended up closing our friends and family financing with this group of new friends here in Victoria. And the ecosystem here was unbelievable. I'm one of the co-founders of Shopify, people that had sold their businesses for billions of dollars that we had no idea lived here, started coming out of the woodwork and helping us build the company that you see today. So that was the starting journey.
But what that means is that it's basically you've gone to an environment that helps incubate the ideas. You've taken you've kind of wisely taken the money. You've got the conviction just to drive a business and start something from scratch. But you're in this sort of incubate area, like Victoria, that sort of encourages innovation and startup. So did you find mentors around there as well, just to kind of help you as a team grow?
Here, we were really lucky to have mentors and investors that, if we were in the Bay Area, probably wouldn't be talking to us because they'd be pitched by, every other company. Where here, they really wanted to make Victoria a tech city. They really wanted to further the economy here in Victoria, build talent, grow talent.
So as you move on to the series, Series A, what should entrepreneurs be thinking about as they sort of approach VCs for that next level of funding?
When it comes to approaching investors, the best thing you can do is use your network. For us, we made sure that we achieved profitability before going out to our Series A. We really knew that we had product market fit and that we were going to scale. And that meant that we got multiple term sheets, a lot of interest, and there wasn't a lot of cold emailing. There was a lot of inbound interest, which makes the process so much easier because you can go through everything in a much shorter period of time. There are 2 things that really kill a startup: dilution and distraction. And a fundraising process is a massive distraction if you don't do it the right way, and can be very dilutive if you don't do it the right way or do it at the right time.
But what are the 1 or 2 key points that an entrepreneur needs to be aware of, not just about the funding side, but how to start an idea and what to think of as they start that idea?
The most important thing to think about is people. It's a lot easier to start a company with people that you can be great friends with, that you can have candid conversations with, good or bad. And that's going to make your business better. It's same rules apply with investors. You can have the most notable investor in the world come and give you a term sheet, and they could be the worst person in the world to deal with. And that makes it for the wrong choice. And I think second to that would be don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to get feedback. I mean, I've got this whole crazy philosophy where we don't build anything unless we've got someone who's already bought it. And that to me is really important for testing whether you have product market fit. Because talented engineers can build anything. You just want to make sure that you're building something that someone's actually going to buy.
You know what? I love the concept of fail often, fail fast. So, is that uncomfortable for some though? You know, because they think that entrepreneurship maybe is about just being super successful. So, amongst your co-founders, is that kind of a common ethos?
Failing is something here at Certn that we celebrate. So it's not a badge of shame, it's a badge of honor because every failure has learnings.
One of the key themes that I've found through this whole conversation, which has been really, really inspirational, is that it is all about trust. And I love the fact that you're about bringing technology to trust and truth.
Not only do we build trust on the way in, but when people join Certn, the thing that they're going to find is that they're immediately put into a position of trust where they're able to make a meaningful impact. And I joke that at Certn, on the engineering team or in any team, you're building processes, procedures, and you're shaping the way the company works and that the world works as we evaluate trust. And you have authorship around it, and you make this experience great. And I think that's a real differentiator.
Andrew, thanks a lot for your time as well. Really, really appreciate the discussion and the journey and the path that you've been on. And it looks super exciting on how you're growing. For everyone else, thank you very much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this, please share this with anyone else that you think would kind of learn from this as well. Because I think Andrew and the team have got a huge and exciting journey and learnings associated with, how they started the business. No one always have cash, and so you do have to go to his family and friends sometimes. But, driving towards having a customer fit and a customer solution first is certainly quite important in that journey too. So everyone take care. Cheers.